Minthara is a possible companion to have later, and if we make her temporarily hostile and knock her out with non-lethal attacks, we can have her later.
Your scouting party has not returned, and half of the intruders escaped your guards.
Sorry, mistress. We mucked up.
Until their sanctuary is found, I will take something precious from you every hour that passes. A trinket, a tongue, a limb.
I ain't no use without my limbs. The lad'll make the prisoner squeal soon enough, I swear.
Silence now, creature, or I will silence you forever.
So yeah, let's speak to her.
As she turns to you, her thoughts mingle.
She also has a
yours.
parasite.
A cold hand caressing your brain. The chamber melts away to reveal a dark, endless nowhere. In it you see a vision. The drow listens as a pale-eyed young woman whispers in her ear. One of those the voice spoke of. One of the chosen. The vision fades away.
A true soul? Praise be. Are you here to join my hunt?
Your hunt? Not really. How do you know I'm a true soul?
Why do you ask? Surely you feel the absolute moving through me, just as I feel her in you. Now, you must hunt with me. In her name.
I have my own business to take care of.
This tribe is mine to command. If you have business here, then you report to me. You will join my hunt.
And what hunt are we talking about? Why is a drow commanding goblins anyway?
They are servants of the Absolute. In sufficient numbers, they are an effective force. Expendable and willing. But they do not have the wits to lead this hunt with me. Do you?
I have business at Mooreyes. Can you provide a safe passage?
Yes. I suppose I might offer passage. But first, we hunt. Prove yourself worthy.
So what are we hunting?
Worshippers of a false god. Their existence is an insult to the Absolute's claim on this region. There is a weapon the Absolute seeks. I'm sure those wretches have it hidden away there. We will find it amongst the dead and the ashes.
Her excitement is palpable. She lingers on thoughts of victory, of unbelievers' blood spilled, and of the weapon. She will seize it, in the Absolute's name. You feel Shadowheart's anxiety. The weapon the Absolute seeks, it's the artifact that she carries.
Yeah, well, that's what we already
the
knew.
same one that protected you as you entered the Goblin camp. Her mind focuses. The cultists cannot discover that the weapon they seek is within their grasp.
The thief, whimpering in our dungeon, tried to flee to their sanctuary. We will continue to remove parts of him until he tells us exactly where it is.
Well, he is already
He's
gone.
been resilient, but he'll talk.
She is seeking the grove you visited. Already you feel her mind closing around yours.
To earn her trust. We don't want that. I will save them.
Speak, true soul. The hunt must begin soon.
Can I leave? Let's attack this goblin first.
What are we waiting for? Spears are sharp. No lads are all
Your
right.
violence hasn't gone unnoticed. It's about to be returned in kind.
Yeah, so now she's temporarily hostile. I guess. Is she? Yes. So now we have to knock her out. With non-lethal attacks. This can be quite difficult. Because she will do that. Karlach, your turn. That's not good. Is she still temporarily hostile? She is. It will run out if you're not fast. I am afraid it might run out after this turn. So if I don't succeed in it... Oh yeah, and she also heals herself, so... She is still temporarily hostile. We have one more turn, I believe, to get this right.
Ready for another round?
Karlach, you need to do your job now. There we go. Okay, so she's knocked out. That's what I was trying to do. We can also loot her. I will take some of those stuff from here. So yeah, there she is. And here is some boots. Now the last goblin leader we need to kill is Duergar Dwarf in there.
Shugan al Shukok, Otashokek Durr. I command you, corpse. Speak. Reveal truth to the absolute. Nothing. Must be reading it wrong. Shugan al Shukok.
The hobgoblin turns to you, and the parasite squirms in your skull. You taste the ale on his tongue and the bile in his soul. The visions cloud your inner eye for a brief moment once again. You see the hobgoblin bowing before the armored elf you'd glimpsed before. The elf speaks of the hunt for a great weapon, and the rewards that will go to whoever finds it. The hobgoblin's eyes gleam hungrily.
If it isn't another true soul.
He doesn't speak his next words, yet they still rattle your skull from within.
You ever talk to a dead squid? Now's your chance.
So yeah. Is this the mind flayer that tortured me?
This mind flayer's build is smaller, its garb plainer. A fearsome creature even in death, but not the one that tormented you. Yet it too roamed the Nautiloid. It would have seen you, known you.
Yeah.
Absolute says the dead squiddy had a weapon. I reckon the killer nabbed it and scooted off to that looter camp. We find who killed it, and we find who took that weapon. So settle in.
Let's just attack straight away.
Heretic!
There we go.
What's it gonna
Karlach,
take?
get into the fight. There we go. Now we can have Shadowheart try and kill some of these guys. Good job. So yeah, this is not a too hard fight, as you can probably see. And now that he's right next to Karlach, I can just do sneak attacks. As long as I don't miss every shot.
Nothing important is ever easy.
Nice. He's gonna run to a drum, but I have already killed the goblin reinforcements. Sleep? No, you don't sleep. Okay, fine. Karlach is kinda low. She lost her shield now, but that's not bad. Let's just heal her.
No word.
So Raxlin is dead. Let's get you out of that grease before somebody shoots a fire arrow.
Well, so much for peace.
Get out of here. Easy and easy. Get rid of that guy. There we go.
There's an illithid parasite in that corpse. You should take a look.
Nice fight. Before I start looting all these, though,
Haste.
I'm gonna go and talk with Helsing.
The ringleaders have to die. The very natural order of things is in danger.
They are already dead, okay?
Thanks to
Not thanks to
them.
you.
You did it. You actually did it. The leader's dead. Praise Sylvanus. No, that's not right. Praise you, my friend. The Grove owes you a debt beyond measure.
Yes, they do.
Killing's never my first choice. But those three were too dangerous to leave alive.
I've done my part. Now tell me about Moonrise.
Let's get out of this pit, firstly. Return to the Grove. I'll make my own way there. I can see to some matters there, and we can discuss what comes next amidst more bucolic surroundings than here.
If you can turn yourself into a rat and just escape like that, why didn't you do it when you were in that cage? But I suppose Helsing isn't the smartest one either, even though he's supposed to be a leader of the Grove. There we go.
He gives in and surrenders.
I got a bone from that. Oh yeah, this here, the owlbear cub.
You recognize the feathered creature. It's the owlbear cub you rescued.
I'm gonna give it some food. And everybody will approve
The
of
cub's
that.
eyes lock onto the food in your hand.
Toss it to the owlbear.
The creature gulps the food down. It seems he hasn't eaten in some time.
Careful. Once that thing's eaten through the camp, it might start looking at you hungrily.
Nice job, Shadowheart. Last time we did knock out Minthara. I don't know if I met all the requirements to get her as a companion later. She's knocked out right here. I did loot her from all her important stuff. So, if it worked, we will see her later again. If it didn't, it didn't. It's not really that big of a deal anyway. But I'm hoping that it worked, that I can have her as a companion later on. I also went ahead and changed my classes around. Now I am a Warlock Fiend. I have reported to Helsing that their leaders are dead, and we need to go back to the Druid's Grove to let everyone know. But before I do that, I'm just gonna loot this place. There's some electric poison resistance here as well. I doubt these guys have anything too useful. Also here's Raxlin. We get his key, we get a maul or a warhammer from him, and a scroll. And also another mind flayer parasite.
This one is a true soul parasite. It can enhance you. You can absorb its potential. Open your mind to it. You already know how. You are not ready. That's all right. But try to overcome this resistance sooner rather than later. It will make things much easier for you.
No. I want to get rid of the parasite. I don't want more of them.
You know, if that parasite isn't to your taste, I'd be happy to consume it in your stead. I don't relish the thought, but if you're going to just leave it sitting in your pack, well, one of us should try it.
I'm surprised.
Oh, I have my reservations, no question. First of all, it looks disgusting. Second, there's a non-zero chance that it'll turn me into a purple glistening monster. But if it doesn't, who knows what kind of power we could unlock. And power is always worth a little risk.
Sure, you can take it.
That
So, I am going to actually use one of those parasites on Astarion. Durr does not want to use them himself. If Astarion is so willing to do it, then why not? This one is pretty good to get, so I'm just gonna take that for Astarion. These other ones are not so useful, but this Favorable Beginnings is actually a very good one. We're not gonna use the rest of them just yet. We can also use Speak on the Dead to that Mind Flayer if we want to. It doesn't really have anything too useful to say, but I guess why not? If we have the way to do it.
As the corpse rises, your parasite squirms in recognition.
Oh, that thing is burrowing through my brain.
There's no doubt this creature is responsible for your parasite, and it's waiting for your questions.
I don't know if this is the actual Mind Flayer that put these parasites in my head, but why did you abduct me?
Dark, empty pods flicker across your vision. They demand new flesh.
Okay. How do I get rid of this parasite?
You see the tadpole in the Mind Flayer's hand. Not a parasite. Perfection. Rebirth is sloughing flesh. A new skull housing cold, sharp intellect.
Alright, who is the Absolute?
Fractured images fill your mind. Curved drow blades, crude goblin torches, gnoll teeth dripping blood. You see other mind flayers arranged in a serene circle. Absolute unity. Absolute power.
Cool. What did the Dragon Riders attack the ship?
You watch through the creature's eyes as it curses the starborn slaves. They want the ones from the ship. Darkness and sun, barely contained. You see Draw Ragslin writhe. A tadpole clings to the Mind Flayer's fingers. The Goblin King bows, obedient. The flesh of his tribe becomes the flesh of the Absolute. The Mind Flayer's corpse twitches, then collapses again. It will speak no more.
It will speak no more. So yeah, not too much information here. There's a lot of food in these crates. So if you want to get camp supplies, this is the place. There's also some smoke powder barrels here. Pick those up for later. But I'm gonna send them to camp. I'm not planning on using too much barrel strategies in this playthrough, but they are nice to have just in case. There's a shitload of food in these chests. And here is Draw Ragslин's treasure. It looks like a lot, but when you actually click on it, yeah, not too much stuff. But there's more Infernal Metal for Karlach, and some gloves.
Dammit can use this to fix me.
He sure can, because there's so many chests that you can find just upstairs. There's a chest straight away. So some arrows, we can use those. We can also use Speak with the Dead on Draw Ragslin, but he won't speak to his killer. I did change my classes a bit around, so I'm just a Warlock now. I also made Karlach a Paladin, and I made Shadowheart a War Cleric instead of a Life Cleric. As you can see, the Centurims that used to be here, they're gone. And now, here is a chest that I was not able to pick last time, because those Centurims kept blocking me. But again, not too useful stuff. I think it is time for us to go to the goblins. I mean, not the goblins, the tieflings. But yeah, right here you can see all the tieflings are getting ready to leave.
A scout just reported. The goblins' leadership has been decimated. We might escape this place yet. And I hear you are the one to thank. I'm grateful. I took a collection from all of us. It isn't much, but you've earned it.
Thank you.
It's not enough, but it's all we have.
Halsin will likely want to thank you too, mind. He returned just a while ago. I believe he's catching up with Korga. As for us...
No armies at our heels. Amazing. We can finally leave. But perhaps we need not speak of farewells. We'll join your camp tonight to celebrate if you'll have us.
Yeah, we'll see you there. So that's how we complete that quest. Tonight is gonna be a Tiefling party at our camp, and this is the stuff we get from him as a reward. Now they bring here a lot of stuff, and for some reason you're just allowed to loot it. As you can see, Pandera can walk again.
I'd have put good coin on you running off into the sunset, but you did it. You stopped the goblins. Thank you.
Krissa, the Hadi is here as well. The Tieflings all, I believe, are safe now, which is what I want, because I want to get the Leave No One Behind achievement. There's a chest here, they are leaving with, and I'm just allowed to take all this stuff, which is fine by me. One thing I do want to do is I want to speak with Damon, because after this Tiefling party, Damon will leave this area. Also, you can see the adventurers from this area have also left. So now it's just free taking to look through all their stuff. So yeah, I decided to change up the classes because, again, you get so many healing potions throughout the game that you just honestly don't need to have a healer in your party. I will be able to loot all this stuff once Damon leaves this area. Right now he will get pissy if I try to steal him, so... Hello, Halsin.
You took it upon yourself to undertake the Rite of Thorns! I ought to exile you from this place. Forever. Instead, I shall listen to the explanation that you owe me.
An error, most grave, master. I beg your grace.
Grace is bestowed by nature, not me. You will stay as a novice anew. You have forgotten the ways of the druids, the natural order of things. It is up to you to prove the lessons have been learned once more.
So as you say. And so it is done, master.
That's all?
A misjudgment. One that should weigh heavily upon her. But the Grove still needs her passion. You will soon see why. But enough of that for now. I owe you my thanks. The Grove stands. Nature prevails. And again, I am in your debt. Speak to Wrath. He will reward you for your efforts.
What about my problem? I need help.
Tomorrow morning, we shall discuss what is to come.
It's not the best reward, but it's a reward, I suppose.
You done it. You brought Halsin back. Thank you.
I'm glad Halsin is safe.
As am I. The Grove will be whole again. And I promised you a reward, didn't I? Let me show you on your map where you can find the cache. Take this rune. You'll need it. Place it among the pedestals inside our library. When the wolf glows brightest, everything in the vault below will be yours.
And the secret cache is here, where we will find Netti's body. We need to activate all these stones.
Well, what have we here?
What is this visual bug? Here, there's a lot of potions that we can collect. And some spells. And we get sorrow. And some more stuff. And nobody's gonna mention that Nettie is no longer with us. I did change my classes around with withers earlier. Now here's a thing you can do if you change your classes. It's basically free. Just hide and pickpocket them back from him. There we go. All my money back.
Still alive.